Welcome, everyone, to the 1994 South Padre Island Grand Prix, coming to you from beautiful South Padre Island, Texas. Hi, I'm Mr. Party for Jeff Girardi and the rest of the Freeze Frame Video production crew. This is the first national APBA race of the 1994 season. We had great racing in Cape Coral last year to end the national season, and we expect an exciting season this year. By the way, this is also the first Prop Series race. Over 60 boats entered in the South Padre Island Grand Prix. We have competitors in Super V, the Open, Modified, D-Class, Pro Stock, C-Class, B-Class, A-Class, and Stock. Lots of great racing in store on this beautiful race course very near the Mexican border. Texas Powerboats Events Incorporated is the organizer of this race. Much of the money raised here will go to children's charities in the local area. Louis' Backyard Restaurant and Club is pretty much the center of all the action here. The wet and dry pits are in one central location, making it very convenient for drivers. There, of course, are food concessions, and Louis' Backyard Restaurant, a great place to relax and enjoy a delicious meal. Lots of social activities planned here for the weekend of racing, including a tropical nights party and auction at Louis'. Now, some of the other national races coming up for the APBA in this 1994 season. July 3rd will be in Sarasota, Florida. That is a APBA race, and the U.S. Offshore Racing Association is invited. Then we move on to July 30th in Boston, Massachusetts. August 14th, we go to Detroit, Michigan. That is a U.S. offshore race, and the APBA is invited to participate, and the APBA will be issuing national points. That's Detroit, Michigan. On August 27th, we'll be in Grand Haven, Michigan, and on September 25th in Galveston, Texas. Now, as we said before, this is also a $100,000 prop series race. The other races in the prop series that will take place will be on July 3rd in Sarasota, July 30th in Boston, Mass., August 28th in Jacksonville, Florida, and September 25th, Galveston, Texas. Some of the sponsors for this race include Texas Powerboats Events, Louis' Backyard, Advantage Rent-A-Car, Cellular One, Coconuts, Continental Airlines, and many, many more. Now, some of the competitors in this 1994 South Padre Island Grand Prix include in the Superboat category, we've got Recovery. In Excess and Spirit of Houston. In the Open, it's Recovery, Gentry Eagle, Offshore Open Racing. Modified, Phantom Offshore, Gone Again, Flying Tiger, and Gotta Be Blown, and also Utterly Fantastic. In the Pro Outboard, Full Throttle, Team Florida, Godspeed, Locomotion, CH Racing, High Risk, Patriot, and Auto Palace Performance Team. In Offshore D, it's Ragamuffin and Airborne. Also in Offshore C, we have Sudden Impact, 7-Up, Terminator, Courageous Cat, also Ragamuffin. Offshore B, it's Heartbeat, Triton, Banker, Everglades Express, Tsunami, and Dragon Lady. In Offshore A, some of the boats are Pittman Photo, Frank's Marine, Off Limits, No Fear, and Team Hog's Breath. And finally in Stock, Vision Video, Chiller, and Breathless. Gets into position, we can tell you that we're going to go with the first start, which includes the Open, the Super V, and the Pro Stock, about 15 boats in all. There you see the boats lining up, getting into position. We've got Godspeed, Alamo Water, Full Throttle, Auto Palace, Venus Swimwear, Patriot, and Spirit of Houston. There's the first lineup here as just a few moments before the start of this 1994 South Padre Island Grand Prix. There's Gone Clear now, getting into the picture. On the inside is Gone Clear. Now we're on board Team Florida. There you see Gone Clear on the left side of our picture. There's our rear camera aboard Team Florida, Harmsco. Team Florida Gone Clear now coming up. We're just a few seconds away from the start. And now we've got the green flag. The 1994 South Padre Island Grand Prix has begun. And there you see our shot from the rear view camera aboard Team Florida, Harmsco. Early moments of this race. Now our front view. Let's see the beginning of this race one more time. There you see the front, and there's Gone Clear now at the beginning of the race. Gone Clear, of course, in open class, and also Team Florida out to a good start. But Gone Clear seems like it's been shot right out of a cannon, off to a great start here in the beginning of this race. There you see how bumpy the waters are. We're getting a little water on our cameras. Early moments of this 1994 South Padre Island Grand Prix. Now here's the lineup one more time. Things have changed a little bit. High Risk has come into the picture. And there's Alamo Water, Auto Palace, and Venus Swimwear. Waters are a little bit bumpy here in this South Padre Island Grand Prix. Early moments of this race. Now as we look, there's High Risk and Patriot. Coming into the picture now is Team Harmsco, Auto Palace, Venus Swimwear, Spirit of Houston with Patriot slightly. Spirit of Houston and Patriot there. Patriot slightly in the lead, but now Spirit of Houston has gone ahead. Great battle going on here between Patriot and Spirit of Houston in the early moments of this 1994 South Padre Island Grand Prix. As we look back now, there's Auto Palace and Venus. Now we come upon Patriot and Spirit of Houston. Spirit of Houston in second place in Super V. Patriot, of course, in B class. There's Patriot. All right, let's go with Spirit of Houston in second place in Super V. Spirit of Houston is a 45-foot Apache, powered by three 1,000 horsepower inboards with Mercury drives. Driver Mr. Alan Feingold from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Throttle man is Bill Westbury from Houston, Texas. Navigator Bennett Walker. The Spirit of Houston racing team would like to thank Tops and Props for a fun affair and High Point Series. Also Texas Powerboat events in conjunction with the town of South Padre Island. Sponsor of Spirit of Houston, American ECO. You're looking at Spirit of Houston in second place in Super V in the early moments of this race, 1994 South Padre Island Grand Prix. And there you see Throttle Man Bill Westbury doing a fine job. Beautiful looking boat, Spirit of Houston, 45-foot Apache. There you see some little flying going on there. Water's a little bit choppy, just a little bit bumpy here at this race. There are those Mercury drives. Number 13, Spirit of Houston. Aboard Alan Feingold, Bill Westbury, and Bennett Plunker. Just listen to those three 1,000 horsepower inboards. Lots of spectators in the background there along South Padre Island Beach. As we go around the first turn, we see In Excess there in the lead in Super V. In Excess on the first turn. Nice driving going on there by the In Excess racing team. Once again, In Excess here around the first turn. And Spirit of Houston right behind. A battle here between Spirit of Houston and In Excess. We'll see how bumpy the waters are, but not slowing down these guys. They are right on target. There you see Spirit of Houston trying to pick up some room on In Excess, the leader in Super V. A lot of flying going on there. Nice jump. There you see Recovery on the outside of the background. Let's see that one more time. Nice jump, Spirit of Houston. Excellent. Once again, recovery on the outside in this slow-mo replay. Exciting racing here at South Padre Island. Recovery on the outside, moving up on Gone Clear in open class. Recovery on the outside. There's In Excess right now, the leader in Super V. In Excess is a 47-foot fountain powered by three 1,000 horsepower inboards with Mercury drives. Driver is Ted Savarese. Navigator Rick Savarese at the throttle. Tres Martin. They're all from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. They took first place in Key West in Super V a couple of weeks ago. In 1993, they were the overall Superboat winners. The USO champions, SBR champs, and the APBA champions. You're looking at In Excess, the leader in Super V. Number one, In Excess. In Excess, powered by three 1,000 horsepower Mercruiser inboards. Brand new, state-of-the-art 47-foot fountain. Number one, In Excess, the leader in Super V. Beautiful boat, In Excess. There's some of the spectator boats in the background watching this 1994 South Padre Island Grand Prix. There's Gone Clear on the outside. As we look forward, there's In Excess taking the lead overall. Now we see that Recovery has taken the lead from Gone Clear in open class. Recovery on the inside, Gone Clear on the outside. Battle going on here between these two terrific boats. Recovery on the inside, the leader now in open. Gone Clear on the outside. As we look forward, once again, we see In Excess. Brand new, state-of-the-art 47-foot fountain. Ted Savarese, Rick Savarese, and Tres Martin aboard In Excess. They're all from Fort Lauderdale. Doing a great job. Little slow-mo replay here. Let's look at that little flying going on as a result of some bumpy waters today. Exciting racing. Number one, In Excess overall, and number one in Super V. Beautiful boat. Beautiful paint job aboard this 47-foot fountain. Moving into the lead in open class is Recovery. Not overall, though. The overall leader is In Excess. But right now, you're looking at Recovery. Number one in open class is a 46-foot skater powered by two 900 horsepower Mercury inboards with Mercruiser drives. The driver is Mr. Stuart Hain from Great Neck, New York. Throttle-man Joey Imprescia. He's the owner-operator of East Coast Marine out of West Abilene, New York. Recovery in its rookie race for this season took first place in Key West a couple of weeks ago at the SBR race. Was first in open and first overall. The Recovery racing team would like to thank some of the crew members, including Mr. Rick Cohn, also Nick, sometimes known as Sick Nick. Also, much thanks to everyone over at Oshkosh, Wisconsin at Mercury High Performance, and also guys. We're looking at Recovery number one right now in open class. There's the South Padre Island skyline in the background. This 1994 South Padre Island Grand Prix. Stuart Hain and Joey Imprescia aboard Recovery number one in open. The owner-driver of Recovery, Mr. Stuart Hain from Great Neck, New York. Final man once again is Joey Imprescia. Both doing a fine job aboard Recovery. Brand new 46-foot skater here. South Padre Island Grand Prix. There's the skyline in the background. Beautiful place for a race. Beautiful place just to come on down here and relax. Right now, it's competition time in this first APBA national race of the season. Joey Imprescia doing a fine job two 900 horsepower inboards. Recovery number one in open class. There's Gone Clear right now in second place in open class. Number 10, Gone Clear on the right side. It's powered by two 900 horsepower Mercury inboards with Mercruiser drives. The owner of Gone Clear, Offshore Ocean Racing Corporation. The driver, Mr. Scott Lehman from Boca Raton, Florida. Bottom end, Bobby Moore from Miramar, Florida. By the way, Gone Clear is rigged and maintained by Bobby Moore's Custom Marine in North Miami Beach, Florida. Bobby Moore is one of the foremost recognized authorities in high-performance installations and engineering. Bobby Moore's Custom Marine in North Miami Beach, Florida. Right now, it's Gone Clear in second place in open class. Bobby Moore and Scott Lehman do a fine job aboard this 40-foot skater. A couple of weeks ago in Key West at the SBR race, Bobby Moore took a second place with the Katana boat, Bobby Moore. Right now it's Gone Clear here at South Padre Island. Bobby Moore and Scott Lehman, and of course driver Bobby Moore, bottleneck. There are those Mercruiser drives doing their job. Those were Sennis and Gone Clear, 40-foot skipper. Number 10. The current leader in Pro Stock is P7 Patriot. Patriot is a 35-foot motion powered by three 2.5 EFIs. The driver, Lisa Greger from Orlando, Florida. Throttle man Bob Hamlin from Huntersville, North Carolina. Third race for the Patriot Racing Team this year. Here's a nice slow-mo replay, a nice jump there, beautiful. As we were saying, it is the third race for the Patriot Racing Team. They took a fifth place in St. Cloud, a second place in Key West earlier this year. But right now, they are number one, the leader in Pro Stock. P7 Patriot. Patriot Racing Team would like to thank their sponsor, Environmental Source Samplers, and of course the Mercury crew over at Lake Gas. There are those three 2.5 EFIs. 35-foot motion here at South Padre Island. Number one in Pro Stock. Lots of competition in Pro Stock. Besides Patriot, of course, there's Locomotion and Harmsco's Team Florida, Auto Palace, and there's Venus Swimwear, High Risk, and the Full Throttle. A total of 10 boats in Pro Outboard. Lots of good competition. Right now, it is Patriot out in front. P7. First national race for the APBA, and of course also there is the Props Series race, this event. The other three starts in this 1994 South Padre Island Grand Prix have gotten off with no incident, no problems. Doing well. P7 Patriot right now in first place in Pro Stock. 35-foot motion in first place with Lisa Greger and Bob Hamlin aboard. With a beautiful jump, there's P6 Team Florida Alamo Water, currently in third place in P class, a 32-foot skater. There's Team Florida. On the outside is House Reader too, and Carl Myers. He's caught up to the first start. He had the second start. Now he is the leader in M class. There's a slow-mo replay there of Team Florida with a nice jump. Team Florida is powered by three 2.5 EFIs. The driver is Tad Kimes from Key West, Florida. There's the tripod aboard Team Florida. The owner, throttle man, is Ed Spate from Lakeland, Florida. Team Florida. The Team Florida racing team, there you see now onboard camera, and on the right side is Gone Clear. These are the early moments of the race. The first start, Gone Clear, of course, on the right side in open class. As we had said before, Gone Clear got off to a great start at the beginning of this 1994 South Padre Island Grand Prix, and there you see some of the water getting on our lens. A little bumpy there at the beginning of this race. These were the early moments of this race. First APBA National Race of the Year. A little front view there with our front onboard camera. Team Florida, by the way, came in fourth place in St. Cloud earlier this year. But right now they are in third place. Here at South Padre Island, where the waters are a little bit bumpy, making it for exciting racing. Here's our rear view. Here you see Gone Clear. Once again, these are the early moments of the race. Gone Clear on the left side now. Passing up Team Florida. Very beginning of this South Padre Island Grand Prix. Of course, we have our tripod here aboard Team Florida with two cameras, one facing the rear, as you see right now, and of course, one facing the front of the boat, getting the front view of the race. These are really exciting pictures, I think, that we get. I think these are the kinds of things that you normally would not see. It gives you sort of an eye view or perspective that the drivers and the rest of the crew members get in a race. And of course, see how rough it is and how bumpy the waters are today. We'd like to thank Hank Harms for setting up the tripod. He designed and engineered and installed the tripod with the camera. So we're really very thankful to Hank for doing that for us. Once again, we are looking at the rear view of Team Florida. By the way, Harmsco's Team Florida is a family-owned manufacturer of stainless steel filter housings and replacement filter cartridges for drinking water and environmental filtration. Harmsco dedicates this race to Alamo Water Refiners of San Antonio, Texas. Alamo supplies the world with turnkey drinking water systems utilizing Harmsco's patented upflow design for pre-filtration purposes. As a helicopter shot once again, they're looking at Team Florida. Harmsco and Alamo typify the ideal manufacturer-OEM partnership for over 10 years. By the way, Hank and Dodie Harms are the sponsors for Team Florida. The Team Florida stresses to teach all children to swim. The future depends on clean water. And that's shown in the aft deck of the Team Florida boat. Harmsco Hurricane, the latest Hank Harms patent, combining three proven technologies into one superior water filter. When you need a water filter, demand a Harmsco. Team Florida, Alamo Water, currently in third place in Pro Stock. Nice throttling by Ed Spate of Lakeland, Florida. Listen to those 32.5 EFIs. Once again, our rear view shot. Now, this is currently what's going on right now. Rear shot aboard Team Florida. Now we go to the front, and there you see some of the rocky waters today, some water on our lands. But these bumpy waters are certainly not slowing down any of the boats today. Here's some of the throttling of those three 2.5 EFIs by Mr. Ed Spate. There's our helicopter there. Our helicopter from Crescent Airways out of Corpus Christi, Florida. Our helicopter pilot, Ralph Garrett. Staying right on top of Team Florida. Ralph Garrett doing a fine job. We look forward to seeing Ralph and Crescent Airways at our Galveston, Texas race coming up later this year. B6, Team Florida, Alamo Water. Just listen to those three 2.5 EFIs. They're doing the job. Once again, it's Mr. Ed Spaeth and Tad Kimes aboard Team Florida, 32-foot skater. Once again, our helicopter shot of Alamo Water. Alamo Water, third place right now in Pro Stock. The very first national race for the APBA here at South Padre Island. Great finish last year for the APBA. Cape Carl, another exciting season, 1994. There's Auto Palace there. A little flying going on as we see Auto Palace currently in second place in Pro Stock. Once again, let's see it again. Excellent jump. Now as we're watching Auto Palace, we move up to the front of the pack. And here's Patriot. Patriot is the leader in B class. Auto Palace is in second. Third is Team Florida, as we see the South Padre Island skyline in the background. And now as we move up to the front of the pack, M39, how sweet it is too, is dominating M class. They've had a second start, and they've already caught up to the first start. They're smoking around the course. How sweet it is too, a 32-foot skater powered by two 700 horsepower United Racing engine inboards with Mercruiser drives. The owner is Carl Myers from New York. Throttle man is Terry Ayers. He's from Missouri. How sweet it is too, dominating in M class. How sweet it is too, took second place in Key West a couple of weeks ago in this 1994 season. They are your 1993 world and national champions in M class. How sweet it is too, the leader in M class. Here's a slow-mo replay for us. We'd like to thank Mr. Carl Myers for helping us transport the equipment down here to this race. How sweet it is too. We're going to go on board now. How sweet it is too, with the freeze frame video onboard camera. These are the early moments of start number 2, just before the second start. The How Sweet It Is Too racing team would like to thank some of their sponsors, including Domino Sugar, Reeboks, Sweeteners Plus, Radisson of the South Padre Island, Don Swed from Lake X, and also the rest of the Mercury crew. Also Richie Sylvester, the crew chief, also Scott and Chuck at United Racing Engines. How sweet it is too. Off to a good start here in the second start of this 1994 South Padre Island Grand Prix. M39. M39, how sweet it is too, smoking here, getting off to a great start here in this race. There you can see some of the water there coming over the bow, bumpy waters. You can see some of the spray there coming over this 32-foot skater. How Sweet It Is Too is really off to a terrific start, leaving the boats behind. They are going to the immediate lead in M class. There you see Gone Again there on the left side of the picture. Also in M class, being left behind. 5 boats in M class, but M39 How Sweet It Is Too is number 1, dominating the M class, which includes Gone Again, Flying Tiger, Gotta Be Blown, and Utterly Fantastic. M39 the leader and dominator. How Sweet It Is Too. United Racing Engines doing an excellent job in this race. Carl Myers would like to thank Darren LaChance and Scott for towing the boat down from the Empire State down to Texas here for this event. Once again, we are back to our helicopter shot of M39 How Sweet It Is Too, number 1 in M class. And we're on board in 39. There you see the beach in the background. Many spectators have a terrific vantage point watching this race. Just listen to Mr. Terriers at the throttle with those two 700 horsepower United Racing inboards. Beautiful jump. Let's see it in slow motion. A lot of hanging and banging going on there, as you can see here in South Padre Island, with some bumpy waters here in the Gulf of Mexico. Doesn't seem to bother M39 and Karl Myers and Terriers, though. They are number one in M class. How sweet it is, too. Other competitors in M class, 5 in all. In addition to how sweet it is, too, Gone Again, Flying Tiger, Gotta Be Known, and Utterly Fantastic. But no competition right now for How Sweet It Is, too. Running excellent in P class, and in second place, P13 Auto Palace Performance, a 32-foot skater, powered by 3 2.5 EFIs. The owner-driver is Dan DeSantis from Bridgewater, Massachusetts. Throttle Mark Hilsinger from Methuen, Massachusetts. Auto Palace Performance is rigged and maintained by Ocean Outboard out of Merrick, Long Island. Richard DeSantis, also a crew member of P13 Auto Palace Performance, currently in second place. There's Slippery When Wet in A class on the outside. But Auto Palace Performance in second place in B class, P13. The Auto Palace Performance Racing Team would like to thank Ocean Outboard out of Merrick, Long Island, and a special thanks to Jimmy at Ocean Outboard. Now, Auto Palace is a chain of over 100 retail auto parts stores and service centers located throughout New England and New York State. Auto Palace Automotive Superstores offer an extensive selection of auto parts and accessories to automotive enthusiasts of all levels. Auto Palace Performance in second place in P class. Beautiful jump there, a little slow-mo of Auto Palace, little flying here in the Gulf of Mexico. 3 2.5 EFIs powering Auto Palace Performance. Dan DeSantis and Mark Hilsinger aboard. Some of the other competition in P class include Patriot, which of course is in first place right now in P class. Locomotion, Armsco's Team Florida. Godspeed, Venus Swimwear, High Risk, and Full Throttle. But Auto Palace right now running excellent in second place. A lot of boats, lots of competition in the Pro Stock. P13 Auto Palace Performance. Mark Hilsinger at throttle doing an excellent job. Just listen to those 3 2.5 EFIs. You're watching the 1994 South Padre Island Grand Prix, the first national race for the APBA. Auto Palace on the inside. On the outside is Scott-Free Racing in A class. Auto Palace in second place in P class, P13. There's Venus Swimwear on the outside, definitely having some problems as P13 passes Venus Swimwear. Now there is Flying Tiger. Flying Tiger M9, currently in second place in M class. Flying Tiger is a 30-foot Chris Craft powered by two 500-horsepower Tiger Marine inboards with Mercruiser drive. The driver is Sonny Hawkins from Elma, New York. Throttle, Tina Blizniak, also from Elma, New York. Flying Tiger. Flying Tiger Racing Team has acquired DuPont Automotive Finishes and Anchor Marine Grade Electrical Products as new sponsors for the 1994 season. We'd like to also welcome back their previous sponsors, Mutech Dyno Engineering, Uber Marine, VDO Instruments, Oliver Billet Rods, K&N Filters, and Morse Controls. You're watching Flying Tiger in second place in M Class, M9 Flying Tiger. There you see some of the spectator boats in the background watching this race. Flying Tiger in excellent position. Right behind how sweet it is too, which leads M class. Sonny Hawkins and Tina Blizniak. Excellent job aboard this 30-foot Chris Craft. Here's a slow-mo of some flying here. Lots of flying because of the bumpy waters here in the Gulf of Mexico today during this race, making it for exciting racing. There's Sonny and Tina in their canopies, looking comfortable. M9 dialed in and right on target, doing excellent. Another nice jump, and let's see it again. This is the very first race of the season for the Flying Tiger Racing Team, and we wish them the very best of luck for the remainder of this 1994 racing season. Those Tiger Marine inboards sound excellent. Sonny and Tina, excellent job. On the outside, slippery when wet in A class. Flying Tiger making the move, passing slippery when wet. Running excellent in M class. M7 gone again, currently in third place. This 32-foot skater is powered by two 700-horsepowered inboards with Mercury drives. The driver, Van Piero from Pittsburgh, California. Throttleman is Rick Bowling from Alamo, California. The Gone Again Racing Team would like to give a special thanks to Redline Oil, Advantage Rent-A-Car, and T Custom Marine in California. Gone Again currently in third place in M class. Other competitors in M class include, how sweet it is too, Flying Tiger, Gotta Be Blown, and Utterly Fantastic. Van Piero and Rick Bowling doing an excellent job. They are in third place. Freeze Frame Video is very happy to bring you this 1994 South Padre Island Grand Prix from South Padre Island, Texas. Gulf of Mexico, choppy waters, exciting racing. Rick Bowling at throttle, doing a fine job. There's a slow-mo there. Fine jump. Rick Bowling, Van Piero, driver. Currently in third place. Back to live action now with M7 Gone Again. There's Airborne on the outside, the leader in D class, followed by Ragamuffin. Airborne running excellent in D class. On the inside, Gone Again M7, currently in third place in the modified. There you see a little bit of Airborne on the outside right now, dominating D class. Right behind, though, is Ragamuffin. South Padre Island skyline. There's a nice backdrop for this Grand Prix race here in the Gulf of Mexico. Gone again, powered by two 700 horsepower inboards. Once again, many spectators in the background. Beautiful beaches here. Great place to come down for a vacation. Also, a great place for a race. We're finding out today. M7 gone again on the inside. Airborne on the outside, the leader in B class. This unbelievable piece of machinery is B5 Dragon Lady. Dragon Lady is a 38-foot fountain and dominating B class in first place right now. Powered by two 600 horsepower Troy Dennis inboards, and the team at Dennis Performance in Aden, North Carolina. Dragon Lady also has Mercruiser drives. Now the driver is Ron Reed from Avon Lake, Ohio. Throttle Art Lilly from Millersville, Maryland. Navigator is Susan Reed from Avon Lake, Ohio. Dragon Lady is a brand new state-of-the-art 38-foot fountain. It has the new Fountain Positive Lift hull designed by Reggie Fountain and Jim Caldwell, the director of R&D for Fountain Powerboats. The owners, Ron and Sue Reed. The hull first saw water only 2 days before this race. It did reach speeds in excess of 95 miles per hour. Dragon Lady wishes to thank Art Lilly's Indian Landing Marina in Annapolis for their assistance in getting ready, particularly crew chief Alan Bourne. Also, Bob Enders at B&M Performance Marine for guidance on the use of the new PMT 1000 two-speed marine transmission. The Dragon Lady crew also wishes to express its gratitude to Jack Haney, director of racing at Fountain Powerboats, who applied his rigging and racing expertise to the final designs and who managed the rigging crew at Fountain Powerboats. Others who helped Dragon Lady make this race were South Padre Island Fire Chief Clifford Kroll and his wife Dixie, and son Alan and Susie Ashcraft at the Radisson Hotel for her hospitality. Dragon Lady B5 currently number one in B class. Dragon Lady is handling these bumpy waters here in the Gulf of Mexico absolutely with no problem. Dragon Lady, superb 38-foot fountain. This is the 1994 South Padre Island Grand Prix, first national APBA race of the season. Now here's an interesting shot. Here you see on the inside In Excess, which is a 47-foot fountain. On the outside, 38-foot fountain Dragon Lady. Both are leading in their class. In Excess, the leader in Super B. Dragon Lady, the leader in B class. Dragon Lady, a mini In Excess. In the distance and coming on strong, B2 Heartbeat. Heartbeat is in second place in B class. It's a 33-foot fountain powered by two 600 horsepower Troy Dennis inboards with Mercruiser drives. And the driver is Steve Day. Steve is from Seabrook, Texas. The rattleman is Kurt Harbour. He's also from Seabrook, Texas. He's also the owner of Heartbeat. Navigator Rodnell Riddell from Clear Lake, Texas. The Heartbeat Racing Team would like to thank Arbor Financial Corp. Also let you know that they're donating all their APBA winnings for this year to the Texas Children's Hospital. One interesting note, Mr. Art Lilly, who rigs and maintains this boat, used to own Heartbeat, but now, of course, is with Dragon Lady. Well, Dragon Lady is the leader right now, and Heartbeat is second. So there's a little competition going on here between these two boats. You've got Heartbeat in second place, Dragon Lady in first place in B class. Nice throttling there by Kurt Harbour from Seabrook, Texas. Listen to those two 600 horsepower Troy Dennis inboards. B2 Heartbeat in second place. Lots of competition in B class. Originally there were 10 boats, but we believe now that there are 8 boats in the class because Power Play and Banker never even made it to the milling area. So the competition in B class includes Triton, Tsunami, Everglades Express, Dragon Lady, imagine that, Houston City Limits, Spirit of Naples. But it's B2 Heartbeat in second place in B class, right behind Dragon Lady. Crew looks comfortable there. Driver Steve Day doing a fine job along with Throttleman Curtis Harbor and Rodnell Riddell, the navigator. There's a brand new, beautiful 35-foot Motion P26 locomotion running in the top of the pack in P class. It's powered by 3 2.5 Mercury outboards. There's Venus Swimwear on the outside. Also a Motion. There are a lot of Motion boats running very well in this race. Right now, of course, in P class, Patriot, another 35-foot Motion, is in first place. Locomotion is driven by Raul Ramos. He's from Miami, Florida. At the throttle, Alex Ramos. He's from Hialeah Gardens, Florida. Another Motion that's doing very well is in S-Class. We believe that Motion Powerboats is leading in S-Class right now. But right now in B-Class, it's Locomotion running at the top of the pack. The Locomotion Racing Team would like to thank everyone at Fort Play Marine and everyone at Motion Powerboats, and especially Alex Ramos would like to thank his wife Terry for her patience and always being there. The Locomotion P26 at the top of the pack in B-Class. Some of the other boats in P class, little competition, actually lots of competition in P class. We've got Patriot, we've got Arms Coast Team Florida, Auto Palace Performance, Godspeed, Venus Swimwear. We understand that High Risk and Full Throttle are out of the race. Right now it's Locomotion at the top of the pack in P class. Raul Ramos and Alex Ramos doing a fine job. Driver and throttle man respectively. 1994 South Padre Island Grand Prix coming to you from South Padre Island, Texas. A great first national race for the APBA. There you see Alex and Raul looking comfortably in their canopies. We'd like to wish the Locomotion Racing Team the very best of luck for the remainder of the 1994 racing season. Locomotion, 35-foot Motion. Motions are handling these bumpy waters today very well. Patriot in first place in P class. Locomotion right up there. In first place in C class is Harazuba C1. Harazuba is powered by two 700 horsepower Innovation inboards with Mercruiser drives. The driver is from Max Seelig from Atlantic City, New Jersey. Throttleman Jason Seelig, navigator Jeff Seelig. They're all from Atlantic City, New Jersey. Harazuba currently the leader now in C class. Harazuba is your 1993 national champion. Sponsors include Harrah's Casino Hotel. Atlantic City reflects its support by making this season the 8th year of sponsorship. Harrah's shares sponsorship honors with International Game Technology of Reno, Nevada. Zubaz Sports Apparel, a new sponsor this season, Sunoco Racing Fuels. Also special mention to the boat builder, Suffolk Marine, and the engine builder, Innovation Marine, both from Sarasota, Florida. You're watching Harazuba C1 currently in first place in C class. On the outside is Hot Nasty. Hot Nasty apparently has broken down in C class. Other competitors include Pure Amperage, Secret Agent, Sudden Impact, Mr. Goodwrench. We mentioned Hot Nasty now is out of the race. Terminator, 7-Up, and we've got also Courageous Cat and Change Order. Lots of competition in C class, but right now Harazuba's on top. Number one, C1, Harazuba. Arizona, 34-foot Suffolk. Beautiful South Padre Island skyline in the background. Mac, Jason, and Jeff Seelig, all from Atlantic City, aboard Arizona, doing a fine job. Arizona dialed in and number one. At the top of the pack in B class, B44, Triton. Triton is a 31-foot Aerotech powered by two 580-horsepower Innovation inboards with Mercruiser drives. Aboard Triton is the driver Bill McComb, throttle-man Bruce Kruglich, and navigator Eric DeWitt. They're all from Sarasota, Florida. By the way, Eric DeWitt is the owner of Wilson DeWitt Graphics out of Sarasota, Florida, for all your vinyl and painting needs. Wilson DeWitt did all the graphics, of course, aboard Triton. Triton took a second place in St. Cloud earlier this year. Right now, they are also at the top of the pack in B class, running excellent. Triton. Some of the other boats, in addition to Triton, that Wilson DeWitt Graphics has done include Venus Swimwear, Stealth, and Spirit of Houston. Other clients include Wellcraft Marine, Super Hawaii Racing, and Slick 50. You're watching Triton at the top of the pack in B class. Bill McComb, Bruce Kruglich, and Eric DeWitt, all from Sarasota, Florida, doing a fine job aboard this 31-foot Aerotech. Nice piece of driving there on these bumpy waters. The Gulf of Mexico. Beautiful jump. Let's see a replay. Beautiful. B44 Triton. B44 Triton behind Dragon Lady and Heartbeat in B class. Right at the top of the pack. Another beautiful piece of driving and throttle handling. Let's see it again. Excellent. Once again, Bill McComb, Bruce Kruglich, and Eric DeWitt aboard B44 Triton. At the top of the pack in C class is C4, Mr. Goodwrench. Mr. Goodwrench is a 28-foot Challenger powered by two 700-horsepower inboards with Mercury drives. The driver, Phil McCombs from Peoria, Illinois. Throttleman Jim Aggles, also from Peoria. Mr. Goodwrench, C4, beautiful jump. Mr. Goodwrench at the top of the pack in C class. As we said, Mr. Goodwrench is a 28-foot Challenger. Let us tell you a little bit about these Challenger Aerotech boats. They're manufactured by Michigan-based Performance Marine Products. The small performance boat company manufactures 24 and 28-foot performance boats. And they utilize offshore racing as their testing ground to produce fast, safe, and performance-oriented boats that can be utilized as pleasure boats with true performance features built into every hull. All boats are Baltec Boss Accord and utilize bi- and triaxial lamination for strength. Mr. Goodwrench is a copy of the same hull and deck mold utilized in the pleasure boats. And their 28-foot pleasure version has a 96-inch beam, weighs approximately 6,140 pounds, depending on the options. Now, the Challenger Aerotech current projects include several new boats for 1995. There's the V32, the V36, and V40. Their concentration is on performance boats for enthusiasts who demand high performance quality and recreational boat manners. By the way, Mr. Goodwrench won the Central Region in the U.S. Offshore Racing Association, also the Great Lakes Trophy Series, and came third overall for U.S. Offshore in 1993. You're looking at Mr. Goodwrench, C4, currently at the top of the pack in C class. Mr. Goodwrench. The Mr. Goodwrench crew doing an excellent job. Mr. Goodwrench. Oh, they're on the outside. There's In Excess. In Excess, the overall leader, and leader in Super V. In Excess on the outside. Mr. Goodwrench on the inside. Mr. Goodwrench. 28-foot Challenger. Bill McCombs and Jim Angles aboard Mr. Goodwrench. This is the 1994 South Padre Island Grand Prix. On the outside is Gone Clear. Gone Clear now is in first place in open class, followed by Recovery. Recovery in second place. There's Recovery on the outside. Second place in open. In Excess, the overall leader and leader in Super V. Bobby Moore's boat, Gone Clear, is second overall, and Recovery third overall in this 1994 South Padre Island Grand Prix. There's Patriot on the outside. The leader in P class on the inside is Secret Agent. Secret Agent C32 running excellent in C class. Secret Agent on the inside is a 28-foot skater powered by two 2.5 EFIs. The driver, Jackie Jenkins from Sultan, Washington, all the time known as Bud. At the throttle, Dave Back from Grand Junction, Colorado. Now, the owner of Secret Agent is Paul Witter. He's from Sultan, Washington, and right now he is driving Ragamuffin, which is currently in second place in D class. But right now you're looking at Secret Agent C32 running excellent in C class. Secret Agent. The Secret Agent racing team would like to thank the Anderson Engineering Company for a fine job on the motors. They're from Seattle, Washington. Also, JJ from High Speed Marine. Secret Agent. Lots of competition in C class with Secret Agent. There's, of course, Harazuba, which is in first place. We've got Pure Amperage and Sudden Impact. Of course, Mr. Goodwrench, Terminator, 7-Up, Courageous Cat, and Change Order. Hot and Nasty is out of the race in C class. Dave Bagg on the throttle doing an excellent job. He's from Grand Junction, Colorado, and Bud at the wheel is right on course. This Secret Agent C32 running excellent in C class. 28-foot skater. Slow-mo replay of a really beautiful jump. Handling just fine in these rough waters here in the Gulf of Mexico. Beautiful. Nice job there by Dave Bagg. Nice handling by Bud. Certainly a rocky road here at the South Padre Island Grand Prix. First national race for the APBA, and an exciting one it is. Let's listen to those two 2.5 EFIs. Texas Powerboat Events has done really a wonderful job organizing this event, and much of the money that is raised through this race will go to children's charities in this local area down here at South Padre Island. Freeze frame video would like to say that we're very happy to be a part of this 1994 South Padre Island Grand Prix. Secret Agent, top of the pack, C32 in C class. Just smoking around the course is D69 Ragamuffin in second place in D class. Ragamuffin is a 32-foot skater powered by two 500-horsepower T-Custom Marine inboards with Mercruiser drives. Now, the driver is Paul Witter, if he sounds familiar, well, because he is the owner of Secret Agent, but he's driving Ragamuffin in second place right now. Paul is from Sultan, Washington. At the throttle, Rique Ford from Kingston, Washington. Ragamuffin currently in second place in D class. Ragamuffin D69. Now, the Ragamuffin racing team would like to thank Craig Archer, Tom Stagliano, and Dan McNamara. Also Gary Whedon of Archer Marine. Bob and Norm Teague of Teague Custom Marine, crew chief Thad Finley and Thad Finley Jr., Don Schwebs of Mercury Marine, and for all the help this season. Powerboat and V8 Power Magazines for their support. Precision Silicones, South Valley Specialties, Pennzoil, and Johnny Hawthorne of the Sign Shop. Also, of course, JJ of High Speed. Ragamuffin currently in second place in D class and just really smoking around this course. Really making a move here. And usually what happens is, and we'll see if it's going to happen in this race, but Ragamuffin will stay behind, will stay back in second place, waiting for its moment to move into first. And we'll see if that will take place today. Right now it's Airborne in first place in D class, Ragamuffin in second. We'll see if Ragamuffin can make up that space and beat out Airborne for the finish of this race. Ragamuffin is your 1993 APBA World Champion. Right now in second place in D class. There's Hog's Breath on the outside. Team Hog's Breath in first place in A class. Paul Witter and Ricky Ford aboard Ragamuffin. There's Imagine That on the outside. Imagine that. Once again, Ragamuffin in second place in D class. Let's see that again. Ragamuffin doing a great job. There's Slippery When Wet on the inside in A class as Ragamuffin goes by. Ragamuffin D69. Currently in second place in D class. Airborne number 1. Ragamuffin trying to pick up some room on Airborne. And as we pan ahead, there's the wake of Airborne. Airborne is the leader in D class D2. Airborne is a 38-foot cigarette powered by two 800-horsepower Mercury inboards with Mercruiser drives. A beautiful shot there of some flying, hanging and banging. D2 Airborne. The driver, Arthur Girard from Miami, Florida. Throttle Mike Girard, he's also from Miami. Navigator, Dan Grant from Portland, Maine. The crew of Airborne. The Airborne took first place in Key West a couple of weeks ago. And right now, it is the leader in D class, Airborne. Now, the Airborne racing team would like to thank Mercury High Performance, Bobby Moore Custom Marine out of Miami, and also TNT Rigging from Miami, Florida. Airborne is your 1992 APBA National Champion, also 93 OPBRA Gold Cup champs, 91-93 APBA Northeast champs, and 92-93 APBA Southeast champs. So a great record for Airborne. D2, right now, you're a leader in D class. Navigator Dan Grant doing a tremendous job. Dan is from Portland, Maine. Number 1, Airborne D2. Number 1 in D class. The Airborne racing team would like to thank the Sheraton South Padre Island Beach Resort. Off to a great start this year for the Airborne racing team. As we said, they came in first in Key West. Also first in St. Cloud, and they lead right now in D class. D2, it's Airborne. Airborne number 1, but Ragamuffin right behind in second place. Dominating A class is A14, Team Hog's Breath. Team Hog's Breath is a 26-foot Corsa powered by one 575-horsepower United Racing engine inboard with a Mercruiser drive. The driver, Todd Greger from Key West. Throttleman Lee Murray, also from Key West, Florida. Team Hog's Breath right now in first place in A class. They also took a first place in Key West at the SBR race earlier this year. Some of the people that Team Hog's Breath would like to thank, of course, is the Team Hog's Breath Saloon, which is one of their sponsors. And the logo and motto is that hog's breath is better than no breath at all. Also like to thank the Red Garter in Key West and Murray Marine for rigging and maintaining this 26-foot Corsa. Murray Marine out of Key West, Florida. Right now, Team Hog's Breath in #1 position in A-Class. Lots of competition in A-Class along with Team Hog's Breath. We've got Frank's Marine, Team Gulf Wind, No Fear, Slippery When Wet, Bad Attitude, Team Overdraft, Off Limits, Archer Marine Special, Bitman Photo Express, Scott Free Racing, and Texas Offshore Race. But Team Hog's Breath on top in first place in A-Class. Beautiful South Padre Island skyline in the background for this 1994 Grand Prix here in the Gulf of Mexico. There's Secret Agent there on the inside, a little bit off the pace, slowing down. From the outside, Team Hog's Breath, A14 the leader in A-Class. Todd Greger and Lee Murray aboard this 26-foot Corsa doing an excellent job. There, the beach, of course, in the background. Great vantage point to watch this race. Enjoy the beach, enjoy the race. Here comes A1, Frank's Marine Racing. Frank's Marine currently in second place in A-Class. Now, Frank's Marine is a 24-foot Scorpion powered by a 462 cubic inch Frank's Marine engine. The owner and crew, throttle man Frank Iroa Jr., navigators Richard Queso, and driver Jorge Arancibia, all from Miami, Florida. And they say that they like to mention that this is Jorge's first year as driver, and he's doing an excellent job in these rough waters, and he certainly is. Frank's Marine Racing Team has many accomplishments, winning back-to-back national, divisional, and world championships in 1992 and 1993. Throttleman Frank Iroa and driver Jorge Arancibia are partners of Frank's Marine Corporation, specializing in the rigging and maintaining of high-performance and pleasure boats. Navigator Richard Queso is the owner of Reprografia, a blueprint and digital imaging company with stores in Miami and Coral Gables. Frank's Marine would like to welcome aboard a new sponsor, DMI Performance Marine Pistons, and to thank them for their support. Frank's Marine Racing Team offers special thanks to their families and friends for moral support and to the employees of Reprografia Incorporated and Frank's Marine Corporation for keeping business running smoothly while their bosses are out racing. We'd also like to thank Rolly, Carlos, and Bobby for transporting and preparing the equipment for this race. Frank's Marine A1 currently in second place. Beautiful jump. Excellent. Nice job by the Frank's Marine Racing Team. Another one. Excellent, excellent job. Out of hanging and banging here in this race, and here's another shot of it. Beautiful. Great control by the Frank's Marine Racing Team, keeping this 24-foot Scorpion right on course. Nice throttling there by Frank Iroa. Freeze frame video would just like to say that we're very proud to be involved in this first national race for the APBA, and we will be doing the rest of the APBA season this 1994. There's Slippery When Wet on the outside. Another beautiful jump there by Frank's Marine. Slippery When Wet on the outside in A-Class. Frank's Marine currently in second place in A-Class. AOO Slippery When Wet, a 26-foot Scarab powered by one 600-horsepower Mercury inboard with a Black Hawk drive. The driver, Troy Hamilton out of Orlando, Florida. Throttleman is Robert Christie, also from Orlando. Slippery When Wet took fifth place in St. Cloud earlier this year. Slippery When Wet Racing Team would like to thank Wellcraft, also Stainless Marine, Christie's Photographic Studios, Archer Marine, Atlantic Racing Engines out of Daytona Beach, Florida. Slippery When Wet in A-Class. Lots of competition in A-Class. Of course, we have Frank's Marine, Team Hog's Breath, Team Gulfwind, No Fear, Bad Attitude, Team Overdraft, Off Limits, Archer Marine Special, Pittman Photo Express, Scott Free Racing, and Texas Offshore Racing. Right now, though, it's Slippery When Wet with Troy Hamilton and Bob Christie out of Orlando, Florida, doing an excellent job aboard this 26-foot Scout. Here's the South Padre Island shoreline in the background. Just an excellent race. Everyone having a good time and lots of good competition in this 1994 South Padre Island Grand Prix. The first National APBA race of the year. Picking up just where they left off last year in Cape Coral. Fine event. Nice throttling by Bob Christie. Nice job there by driver Troy Hamilton, both out of Orlando. Running excellent in B-Class, B-26 Tsunami. Tsunami's a 34-foot Suffin, powered by two 550-horsepower Mercury inboards with Mercruiser drives. The driver, Bob Bradley from Burlington, Ontario. Throttle Dennis Bradley, also from Burlington. Navigator is Mr. Ray Konecki from Chagrin Falls, Ohio. Tsunami took first place in St. Cloud earlier this year. Right now we figure it may be in third or fourth place in B-Class. Tsunami, B-26. Oh, a lot of flying there. A lot of flying in this Gulf of Mexico. Let's see it again. Beautiful jump. Just a phenomenal jump. Great control by the crew of Tsunami. Keeping Tsunami, B-26, making it through here, these choppy waters of the Gulf of Mexico. A lot of hanging and banging here at the South Padre Island Grand Prix here in South Padre Island. Tsunami. Now, we figure Tsunami is probably third or fourth place. We believe perhaps behind Triton, Heartbeat, and Dragon Lady. Tsunami doing an excellent job here in B-Class. Now, the Tsunami Racing Team would like to thank a number of people. First off, the boat builder, Richie Suffin from Cape Coral, Florida. The engine builder, Joe Walthier, he's from Fort Myers, Florida. Sponsors, Brooklyn Concrete from Brooklyn, Ontario, Canada. And Autometer Instruments, as well as Don Trotter of Offshore Performance Specialties from Fort Myers, Florida. Kevin Eck from West Coast Collision, Cape Coral, Florida. And Lee Travel from Cape Coral, Florida. Tsunami, B-26 at the top of the pack right now in B-Class. Bob Bradley, Dennis Bradley, and Ray Konecki doing an excellent job. .34-foot Suffin, handling very well here in these bumpy waters. Of course, some of the other competition includes Spirit of Naples, Houston City Limits, imagine that. And as we said, Dragon Lady, of course, Triton and Heartbeat, and Everglades Express. Right now, you're looking at Tsunami. B-91, imagine that. A 32-foot Tempest is down on power, is slowing down. Imagine that is powered by two 600-horsepower Bandit inboards with Mercruiser drives. Drivers Dan Dominski, throttle man Scott Langbine is also the navigator. Imagine that. B-91, it seems that they're having some problems, and they are slowing down. Imagine that. B-91. And on the outside, there is S747 Vision Video in S-Class on the outside going by. Imagine that. And now we've got Locomotion, top of the pack in P-Class. We think probably running second or third in P-Class. We don't know what the problem is with Imagine That, but whatever it is, we know that the Imagine That racing team will be back because they've always been very consistent in all the racing that they've done. Imagine That racing team slowing down. They'll be back. Imagine That B91. Having some problems here. This 1994 South Padre Island Grand Prix coming to you from South Padre Island, Texas. And there is, of course, the skyline in the background. There's Everglade Express on the outside of Imagine That. Horsepowered Carolina racing engines with Mercruiser drives. The driver is Glenn Martin from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Throttleman Jorge Arredondo from Coral Gables, Florida. Everglades Express B29. It's rookie race here in this 1994 South Padre Island Grand Prix, and doing quite well. They have started at the back of the pack. They've moved up and they are right at the top. Everglades Express, rigged and maintained by Everglades Marine. Glenn Martin and Jorge Arredondo doing an excellent job aboard B29 Everglades Express. There's Vision Video. Vision Video on the outside. S747 Vision Video. But on the inside, Everglades Express B29. Of course, Vision Video in S-Class, Everglades Express in B. There's Glenn and Jorge. Excellent job aboard Everglades Express. There's Vision Video on the outside. Everglades Express picking up some room here. Little competition going on between these two boats. Of course, they're in different classes. Vision Video in S, Everglades Express in B. A 33-foot fountain against a 24-foot skater. There's the South Padre Island shoreline in the background. Everglades Express, B29. Other competition in B-Class, Spirit of Naples, Houston City Limits. Imagine That. And we understand the Dragon Lady has dropped out. Tsunami, Heartbeat, and Triton. Everglades Express. In third place in S-Class is S747 Vision Video Bermuda. Vision Video is a 24-foot skater powered by two 200-horsepower Mercury outboards. The driver is Simon Taylor. He's from Southampton, Bermuda. Throttleman Morris Correa from Orlando, Florida. Vision Video took third place at St. Cloud earlier this year. Once again, as we said, they are in third place. In first place in S-Class is Motion Powerboats, followed by Mobile One. It seems like Chiller, Breathless, and Motion Sickness are out of the race in stock class. S47 currently in third place. Vision Video. Nice jump there by S47 Vision Video. Simon Taylor, the driver. Nice job also by Throttleman Morris Correa. There's to the South Padre Island shoreline in the background. Powered by two 200-horsepower Mercury outboards. Doing a fine job. The Vision Video racing team would like to thank their sponsors, which include Vision Video Bermuda and also Reefs Hotel in Bermuda. Vision Video in third place in S-Class. Once again, this is the 1994 South Padre Island Grand Prix, and a fine race it has been. If this is any indication of the kind of season that the APBA has in store for the rest of 1994, it's going to be an exciting one. Lots of really good competition here today. The Texas Powerboat Events Corporation putting on a fantastic event here in South Padre Island, Texas. Currently in second place in C class is C6 Pure Amperage. Pure Amperage, a 28-foot skater powered by two 2.5 EFIs. Driver Tom Stagliano from Huntington Beach, California. Throttle is Dave Thomas, also from Huntington Beach, California. Dave, by the way, is the owner of a company called Choices, which manufactures racing shirts and crew uniforms. The racing team would like to thank DeLillo Chevy from Huntington Beach, California. Also the Bahia Mar Resort at the South Padre Island. Pure Amperage running in second place right now. Now, a number of boats have left the race in C-Class. They've broken down. They include Mr. Goodwrench, Hot and Nasty, Terminator, 7-Up, Courageous Cat, and Shane's Order. But Pure Amperage has stuck in there. They are in second place, running excellent. This 28-foot skater is doing its job, along with Tom Stagliano and Dave Thomas. Tom, by the way, is from Archer Marine. The racing team would like to give a special thanks to Jimmy from Ocean Outboard for his help in solving some of the minor problems that they had before this race. Special thanks to Jimmy from Ocean Outboard. Pure Amperage once again running in second place in C-Class. Pure Amperage going by Imagine That, which is having some problems, but Imagine That is staying in the race, so can get some national points. But leaves the race, it gets nothing, so Imagine That sticking in. But there's Pure Amperage in second place in C-Class. Tom Stagliano and Dave Thomas doing a fine job aboard this 28-foot skater. Nice jump. Pure Amperage is the final boat that we will be covering in this 1994 South Padre Island Grand Prix, and very shortly we will be compiling the final results of this first national race of the American Powerboat Racing Association. It's been a terrific race. Lots of boats, lots of competition, a lot of flying, hanging and banging. Of course, the bumpy waters making it for an exciting race, and we've seen a lot of good racing today. Right now you're watching Pure Amperage in second place in C-Class. Has got to be blown comes in to finish in breath all the way from green flag to checkered flag. But most of all, it was a great day of racing, lots of good competition, and most importantly, safe racing. Now, before we go, there are a few people that we would like to thank. First off, the freeze frame video Welcome everyone to the 1994 South Padre Island Grand Prix.